Alright, here's what I do when it runs out of gas mid-drift and leaves all this stuff in the box. Get a little distance on it. You can see my tailings is getting pretty big. Going way downstream. I try to route it to get it away. Alright, let's see here. Out of here. Get this out. Here's what it is. Get that out. Big load up in there. Hopefully I don't blow my gold out when I turn it back on a little bit. Rinse her down. Gold doesn't fall up, so as long as I start it slowly, it won't blow out the riffles. Give it a little bit of throttle, let it rip. Perfecto. I need more matte gold hog to cover the seam to get to my expanded miner's moss. Yeah. I used to bring my miner's moss up to it and then put clamps on the side, but that's kind of a pain. So I just moved it all down and created kind of a jump here. So it kind of keeps these upper riffles pretty cleaned out, and the rest are kind of loaded up, but you can see how some green showing in most of them. Or blue, I should say. I don't know why I'm saying green. So used to miner's moss being green. Block that off. So it goes that way. There we go. Decent angle. I go a little flatter with the Hungarian riffles because gold hog can be flat, steep, whatever. It doesn't lose gold. Nice and clean. Probably pumping out my hole by itself. Yep, sure did. My little seat was floating around in there a second ago. Whew. Putting a hurting on this hole. Thing's huge. This tree stump is huge. Hopefully it had a bunch of gold hiding under it and virgin ground down on possibly down on the bedrock, which is who knows how way down there. But that tree was a good almost 200 feet tall, massive. It's hard to give it comparison unless I stand next to it, but my camera doesn't let me do a flippy flip. Turn my hand on it. It doesn't do it justice. Thing's huge. You could build a house out of this one tree. And then where it broke right there, broke into multiple pieces actually going up. Thing was massive. The biggest pine I've seen anywhere out here. Nothing even close. Some over there, not even close. That one. That one's about 120 feet tall, probably. Nothing close. I'd say hopefully it's 300 years old-ish. Because it would be virgin ground underneath. They might have come through and cut this road and left that tree alone when they came, when the old timers mined it. Alright, now I can shut this pump down a little bit. And my hose, lay flat hose. Got some 2-inch lay flat. Heavy duty stuff. Way down. Idle, because now I can use my blaster to rinse it all down. I don't need my bucket or nothing yet. Keep level on hand at all times because it likes to wiggle in. Boom, level. Tiny bit off, but I'm gonna come up a little bit on this side. I'll do that before I fire it up again. Let's get her cleaned out. Take my baffle. I just use some miner's moss. It helps to agitate it, rubs against it, gives it friction in case there's clay balls. That'll break it down. Shove it off the side. Unscrew the wing nut, washer. I always put it up here. I have lost it once temporarily. Pulled out my metal detector and found it. Oh God, come on. That sucker gets concreted in a little bit. No huge nuggets in there. Toss that aside. I use a little piece of soft foam from a koozie over the nut because a lot of material, whoever cut the hole in this did a horrible hack job, and a lot of the gold from like 3 riffles in the gold hog would go down in the hole and collect underneath the mat. Not good. And I lifted my mats one time before I had it set up the way I do. There was pickers that big underneath my mat. So I slowly move it to one side, let it drain off, as to not let the whole row dump to the side. So I just scoop my arm underneath it real slow, let the water dump off, drain off one side. Then I stick my arm way up underneath it on the one side. See it, lift it up and off, the nut bolt, stud, or whatever you want to call it. Slide it down a bit. I'm off the stud. Pull it down to the lower part of the box. So if anything decides to fall out, it's going to be in Hungarian. I usually check up here a little bit. This spot though, I haven't found any pickers up in here. Usually in my normal spot I'll see like 4 or 5 pickers up in the top. So I don't see no gold at all, but it's there. It's just under all the dirt. Oh, there's a little bit of gold right there. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of blurry. Doesn't like to focus on stuff that close. So from here, I get my bin and I drop the whole mat in the bin. Watch it level. See you later. Now I have an island in the creek I can walk on. Makes it a lot easier. Okay. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. Oh my God. Flop it in on itself. pull the whole thing all out at once and drop it in there. Boom. Now there it is. That stuff there. Here's how good and sealed it is in there. That is dry underneath it. So I added V matting because I had like a hydraulic bed underneath my mat that was happening. So I sealed everything off. I Gorilla taped this V matting in all the way around. And then I put that foam piece here because it was right where it crashes down. It was emptying all those riffles underneath. But definitely not now if the V matting is dry. So yeah, and I used to see a lot of black sand down through here under it. Not anymore. A little bit gets around the V matting here and is under the mat, but it gets caught by the Hungarian. I didn't used to run the Hungarian, but now I do because I found on some other claims a whole bunch of silver nuggets that won't get caught by the gold hog, but they will get caught down there. It's partially why I run it pretty flat on the Hungarians, because I'm running high volume of water so I can get away with it. Let's get the blaster hose out of its camped out spot there. Dang, it's wrapped around. Come on, baby. Don't turn on. Letting the air out, I guess. It turns itself on if you pull it. Whoa. I got to get my phone all wet. Probably did a little bit. Yep, then I use this blaster to kind of rinse everything down, some gravel and whatnot, and clean out the V matting and get all this black sand and gravel to go down in the Hungarians. I'll be right back. I can't do that with one hand without ruining my phone. Oh, come on. Alright, got the mat out, got some water in my tub on my little island here. What I do is get the gold hog mat like that, and then you want to twist it backwards. And everything just lets go, falls right out. If you're not folding it backwards, it kind of gets trapped in there. So I guess I'll try to do this one hand. Grab it from underneath and just pull it. Come on. There we go. One hand. It's all clean on this end already because of the way I flopped it in the tub. Pull it one hand. And I'm going to let it flip. There we go. Looks pretty clean. Yes, sir. I like it. Set it right back in the box. To drip dry. Let it do its thing. There's a little bit of material in here, but it ain't going nowhere. Now I got my concentrates in here. Get all the roots and junk out of it, floaties. Hello, that looks like some good black sand right there. Super fine black sand. I guess I'll split this into 2 pans. That's why I got 2 pans here. Proline Professional. It's the only pans I'll use. I'm not the only one. See if I can get this set up right here in the corner. I guess I can probably lean it on my box. Let's see. Alright. In the corner. Yes, sir. Use my knee. Split it in half. Run it out. Oh, come on. It's hard to do with one hand. Really hard to do with one hand. Just clean out half of this real quick in the classifier. of it. Leave none on the edge. Oh, take it easy. That's scary. There's a bunch on the edge. That ain't good. Oh, I saw a piece of gold on the edge, actually. It was tiny, though. I don't want to waste too much time on a peso's worth of gold. Alright, a little batch, mostly black sand. Come over to some clean water. Okay, stay in the pan, stay in there. Okay. I don't see any quarter plus, not around here, that is. Occasionally you'll see one in there, depending on what you're doing. Sometimes you see a lot in there. Dump that. I think I'm going to use my other pan as a backup. Hello. Don't go downstream. That was fast. Took off downstream. It didn't spill. There's quite a bit of current here. Alright, safety pan. Safety third. Down and dirty this one. Quick. Oh, black sand. A lot of glare on the water, it looks like. Let me turn around and see if I can block the glare. Nope. That's pretty pure black sand there. Clean water. What? Set that aside for a second. Huh? I'm gonna have to wait a second, honey. I'm making a video. Let's do it a quick. A lot of lead. There's the yeller. A lot of fines. Nothing big. Just little fines. Here, let me get it panned to the corner and I'll take a shot of it. It's too hard to one hand. Here we go. It's kind of hard to see with all this glare. Oh, there we go. Some sun on it. That's half the cons. One tank of fuel, not very good. Gotta get deeper.